Soy tu primera entrevista Zoom.
Online, sí. Ya, mira, estoy grabando desde ahora, pero puedo cortar ese pedacito. Ok, esto es como un experimento. Ay, señor. Ok, entonces, Luna Marti, ¿Marti es tu apellido?
Sí, ese es mi seudónimo.
Ah, tu seudónimo. Ok. Ya, entonces voy a empezar y voy a cortar todo lo anterior.
Ya.
Ok, maravilloso. Hello, everyone. I'm Nina. Welcome to Migrant Collective Stories. I'm with a very, very special person. She's Luna from Peru. She's a writer. She's a journalist. You studied communication, Luna?
Yes, I study communications.
Yeah, great. Tell us more about you. Where are you in this moment?
Yeah, it's a little bit funny because I'm right now in a hostel, so I'm in my room in one. I share the room with one other person, and I live in Adelaide City
Natalie.
because I've been working here for like 3 months already. So yeah, I live here since like maybe 3 or 4 months in Adelaide. I mean, working and living, enjoying the life after the two lockdowns that I had in Victoria before.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, but tell us how did you arrive to Australia? And you also arrived like me just before COVID.
Yeah, I arrived to Australia in 2019, the end of the year, before everything started and all of this. So I arrived straight because I was traveling before in Germany, well, in different countries in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
After that trip, I came with a working holiday visa to from Berlin to Gold Coast. But
Mm-hmm.
when I arrived to Australia, I only had $500 in my account. So no joke. So after that, I needed to work immediately. So I started doing my farming job for like 4 months at the end because there was bushfires in between. Yeah, I live in New South Wales, a little bit Victorian, then Tasmania, and then COVID started. I stay during the lockdowns in Victoria after the borders open, and then I crossed to South Australia.
Oh, and can I ask what is your current work?
Yeah, well, I work as a housekeeper in a hotel, in a five-star hotels in the city. Yeah, you know how it is, like the situation when you're working like a housekeeper. But I only work 3 days per week, and the rest of the days I do other stuff because I give workshops. So the rest of the days, not like the whole day, but I give like 3 days per week. I give lessons of writing. Yeah, it's going very good.
Yeah, and can you tell us more about your workshops? Because actually, I love the name of your workshops. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's going to be like the almost like the first time that I'm speaking about it in English. Well, I explained it to other friends, but I
Uh-huh.
never put it a name. So I studied communications when I
Mm-hmm.
was in Peru, and I work as a like
Mm-hmm.
uh, journalist, but only on websites for different organizations when I was in Peru. And after that, since I started traveling since 2015, it's like I left to journalism for a while until 2019 that because some situations that happened in my life, I started writing. Um, Mostly poetry, reflections about my life and stuff like this. And then I start posting some of my writings in a blog that I have. That the name in Spanish is no me llames Maria.com, but it means like don't call me
Mm-hmm.
Maria.com. And this blog is like how everything started. I mean, like the workshops started because
Mhm.
I start posting my texts and my stuff, and some friends and family, they start asking me like, how come do you have so many ideas to write, or like how is possible that you are not like ashamed ashamed about your feelings, like exposing so much your feelings, because nobody not nobody, but not so many people, they want to show themselves like in that way, because I was talking about, I don't know, depression times, or like emotional feelings. So I start that everything started last year, and then some so I started taking lessons as a student. I took part of few lessons of writing, and in that process I realized that I can do that. I said, like, if there's other people that they do it, why not me? So because I mean I experienced something in my life, like writing healed me.
Mhm.
So why not like giving like few advices or few exercise to people to try to take them to the same journey that I had. Yeah, and that's how everything started. Like at the beginning, I thought that it's going to be like just one workshop and that's it. But later, like a little bit, like more people was more interested, and then right now, at the beginning last year, I started with only 5 people, 6 people every month, but right now I'm on April. I'm taking 20 people this month, and it's incredible for me. Like I was not expecting this actually, but it's so beautiful. Also, it's so beautiful because like the name that you were saying, the name of my account of this project is like writing heals you, something like
Mhm.
healing writing. So what I teach is small easy exercise, how to try to go into yourself, like how can you express those emotions that are locked,
Mhm.
um, to put it in a paper, just that. And it's very beautiful because even though I have like 4 groups right now, for example, like each group is very, very unique because everyone, they come with their own life, with their own experiences from before. So yeah.
And Luna, how your working experience in Australia is influencing in some way your working as a writer, or your
uh,
workshops, or your new material that you're working on it.
yeah, well, so at the beginning, I start writing only about my feelings, about love, or like my family, or like other the past, like the memories from the past.
Mhm.
That's also like healing. But right now, I'm focusing more in writing. Those are not stuff that are on my website, but right now I'm trying to work about the present, like in the present moment, how like different situations in Australia, especially, like it makes me feel frustrated with myself, or make me feel anger about something, or for example, working as a housekeeper is not something that is not a dream job. It's
Mm.
like you come to Australia. Uh, I mean, the life here is very easy because the salary are very good salaries. But the jobs that you are taking are so manual that are and at some point are very boring. At the beginning, when everything started, like when I mean I started traveling 5 years ago, so when I started traveling at the beginning was okay, I didn't care, but after 5 years it's like, I really don't want to do it anymore. I'm really thinking about, I would like um, to try to experience more, I don't know, to do something more with my brain in general.
Mm.
So those kind of, when you are cleaning, I mean, when I'm cleaning there, sometimes I feel like, oh shit, no, I'm doing something that I would like to invest better my time, you know. So
Mm.
so I think that right now I'm trying to write about like the present moment, what is happening inside me through those experiences as a cleaner. I think that as I teach the people in my lessons, like everything can be a inspiration subject to talk about. It's just that we have to put that attention in our minds right now, like how is in your mind is working about this situation. So just write about it. And right now I'm just writing about frustration.
Mm. Oh my God! And since how long have been this? Have you feel this this specific, I don't know, frustration or anger about your
I think
situation now?
that I think for a while. It's just that I didn't take the time to write about it, you know. And just recently, actually, because I take also therapy.
Mhm.
I mean, like with a person, but she's a psychologist, but
Mhm.
she's also a writer. So we do a work together through my writing. It's not like just talking; it's through my writing. So uh, the idea right now is to write text only about my frustration with my jobs and
Mhm.
how this confront me with a lot of expectations I have about life and about myself, and a lot of dreams in my mind that are not happening right now, or like stuff like that, you know. So so what was the question about again?
Um,
Since
oh,
when?
since
Since
when
when
have you been feeling this anger? And
Yeah, I think for a while. I think for a while because as I mentioned already, it's like you don't. It's not the something that you really want to do it, the cleaning jobs, but it's the thing that you will find the easiest way, and also. Usually they don't ask you, I mean, if you apply for a job here, they don't ask you for so much experience, or even the interview is very easy, and also you don't need so much vocabulary to be there in English, I mean. So I think it's a very comfortable job in that way. Like it's easy to get and easy to stay in a cleaning job, and also is the basic salary. So if you don't like farming jobs, you can take this. In my case, I prefer housekeeping than waitress
mhm.
or other jobs because the others are more stressful, in my opinion. Okay, so I prefer housekeeper, but even though, you know, like when you are doing it for a while, it gets very tiring physically also, could be emotionally if you feel frustrated or anger or whatever.
Mm. And Luna, how was your experience in the farm?
um uh, Good and bad, because I mean, I did farming jobs in New Zealand before, so
Uh-huh.
when I came to Australia, I had the idea, I thought that everything will be very similar to New Zealand, but no, it's completely different. Since because here they have these piece rate contracts,
Uh-huh.
um, so they pay you sometimes here, depending of the farm, but most of the time they pay you piece rate. It means that they will pay you for how much is the kilos, so you will earn how much according to that. So you have to be fast, you have to be like, it's very
Um,
physical.
and
And they
competitive.
ask, yeah, in general in New Zealand everything is per hour. So so you don't have to do as much effort as here. And also, I think that here, so I think that's the thing that started, because I think that here is unfair. The system is unfair
Mhm.
for the people,
If you compare
because
with New Zealand.
yeah, I'm trying
Mm,
to do the comparison with New Zealand.
okay,
Uh,
what do you think is unfair?
because as I mentioned, like the contracts, there doesn't exist piece rate. I
Mm,
mean, exists piece rate, but only if you are, if you want to do it fast. I mean, if you are a very good picker in any fruit,
mhm,
okay, you can earn more than the basic,
mhm,
but you cannot earn less than the basic per hour.
mhm,
Okay, the basic per hour there is 17.50, so
mhm,
you cannot earn less than that. Okay, but here in Australia, they create this piece rate contract.
mhm,
So, and because there's slower pickers, you can earn actually less than the minimum. The minimum is 24 something, right? But if you are slower,
mhm.
I met people that they were doing $10 per hour, or even less,
No.
$6 per hour, because they are slower in comparison to the rest of the people. So at the end, you can do the same amount of hours than other person, but you can earn like completely different salaries, And I think that that's very unfair. And here is very, very common. I'm not sure how it is right now. I mean, since COVID started,
Mhm,
because right now Australia they need more backpackers.
mhm,
Okay, but when I was doing it at the beginning of
mhm.
no, on the 2019,
Uh-huh.
um, it was so hard to get an hourly paid job, and that's it, only an hourly. And then also, like here, I heard more discrimination cases.
Mhm,
I mean, even in the farms, or even in any job, I heard more, or I met people that they felt discriminated by their employers, or yeah, but in comparison to New
mhm,
Zealand, I mean, because in New Zealand, okay, you can also hear, but it's not as many stories as I
mhm,
heard here.
mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I think it's very different.
Mm. And how have you been your experience working as a in the housekeeping area? What about
uh,
your team, your supervisor, the environment?
yeah, so I worked only 2 times as a
Mhm,
housekeeper in Australia. Once was only for 1 month because
mhm,
there was lockdown, so they stopped. And that one was very good
mhm,
because it was full of backpackers. So you can imagine it was very chill atmosphere. Like the team was great. Everyone respect each other and everything, all of this, okay? But right now I'm working in the city.
mhm,
um any of them are backpackers. I'm the only one. The rest are like all citizens, or immigrants that came for so long here and they become citizens,
mhm,
or students. So I think that the situation, uh, uh, the visa that you arrive here to Australia give you more opportunities or less opportunities than others. And like people with that they are migrants,
mhm,
and they have nationalities and stuff. Even though that they are here for so long, they are still doing the same job. I mean, housekeeper jobs.
mhm,
And most of them, yeah, most of them, 95%, I would say that they are women from Philippines or Asia in general. Philippines, Bangladesh, India, a lot. And then I'm the only South American actually. And there's few Australians also, like few ladies from Australia. This is a bigger team,
mhm,
but sometimes you don't feel like it's a team. Actually, you just feel that you need to work as hard as you can, as fast as you can. Sometimes I'm thinking that farming was better because farming is like, okay, if you want to work hard and fast, you will earn more.
Mm,
But here, you will earn the same basic salary if you work hard or fast or whatever. So I'm not sure. I mean, but the good part of hospitality is that for Saturdays and Sundays they will pay you more.
mm,
But even though I'm not sure because my body is in pain
mm.
uh, after work. So, but
So
I'm sure maybe it's also because this hotel is very big. Um, so it's more stressful. It's very, very busy. So I think that everyone, some of the ladies, they are there for so long that they are. I can feel that they are bored about their jobs. So they do it. They are kind of rude also to new people. Like me.
mm.
Uh,
And which one do you think are the barriers that migrants faced that don't let us to improve our working situation?
the barons.
The
Um,
barriers.
I don't know. I was thinking that maybe
Mhm,
one is the language because
mhm,
uh, like some of the ladies in my job, for example, um um they speak good English, but I mean good English for those environments that are almost you don't have to talk with people
mm,
almost never, only with your team.
mm,
You have to repeat all the time the same language, the same sorry, the same words and the same words.
mhm,
So uh, could be the language, could be also like your career in general for any of us.
mhm.
Is you have a degree in your country, but then you come to Australia and that degree doesn't have any
Value.
yeah, it doesn't matter, so you need to start studying again here, even though that sometimes I heard I never tried to apply for jobs in my career, to be honest, but
Mhm,
I heard from other people that sometimes you have a lot of experience in your country, and here you can study something related or whatever, but then even though they won't count your experience in your country because the language or whatever. And also restriction is also the kind of visa that you have, because if
mm.
you're a student, you only can work 20 hours. If you are working holiday, sometimes they don't want to hire working holiday people because we only have 6 months in each employer. So I think that also that is a condition that give you restrictions.
Mm. And
Mm.
can I ask which one is your dream work, your dream job?
Mm, yeah, I've been thinking about it a little bit because since I started giving my lessons and everything, so
Mhm,
I realized that I really like to be able to support other people in their therapeutic process.
mhm,
So I would like to do that, like a dream job, like I don't know, like since few years ago, I've been holding this idea in my mind that to create like a artistic healing community. And so if I can survive of this, like just to be able to give lessons, not only about writing, but like to do partnerships with other people that they are involved in other techniques of healing, like to create like a community center or whatever, like it will be amazing. And I'm trying to build that dream little by little, but and also the good part about doing this on my own is that I actually don't need like a degree in Australia. I mean, I will like get it eventually if I want to stay in Australia, but it's not something that I really need right now to start doing it. I think that is I can do it through the process that I'm doing at the same time my project.
mhm. Luna, and could you share part of the articles or some part that you are writing
Yeah,
the last days?
Yeah, sure. This is
Because
my diet.
you read
This is
me.
my diet. So I never post. I didn't post it anywhere yet. Um, but this in Spanish.
Okay, go girl.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, and I felt so identify with your words that I think your art must be shown and could also heal other people.
Mm, okay, ahí va. Ah, la incomodidad se convirtió en arena y ahora no la puedo tragar. Mis manos, mi nuca, la parte alta de mi espalda, cerca de los hombros. La arena impide el canal de expresión. Mi voz la he entrecortado. En esta vida de lecciones, una vida a corto plazo que tiene costes, no se usan las neuronas, pero se usa el cuerpo. Se debilita el cuerpo. Helen cojea de la pierna izquierda. Casi tiene los hombros encajonados. Van Rack las rodillas hinchadas. 4 otras mujeres sufren de gastritis. Los dedos de Luna crujen un aire suspicaz. Oh, no. Wait, wait one second. No hay de otra. Limpiar la mierda ajena es el oficio que no necesita lenguas. $24 la hora y un ceño fruncido. Limpiamos 20 habitaciones por día corriendo de room to room. No hay tiempo para para el descanso. Esta es la cara sincera del inmigrante en Australia, del asiático y latino, ingenieros, periodistas, doctores, psicólogos, ex empleados públicos, ahora limpiando duchas y paredes, por $24 la hora y unos hombros encogidos. La vida en Australia no solamente es vivir sin mascarillas, es también aguantarse los deseos, vivir frustrado con uno mismo por dentro, porque tu pasaporte no tiene igual de peso y tu idioma hace que las oportunidades sean limitadas. No es vivir la vida entre playas y colinas, es ganarse el pan sacando la basura ajena, ser la esponja que absorbe el enojo, por un futuro lejano, por una ciudadanía o por un presente concreto que brilla más fuerte. ¿Será siempre así? ¿Cuánto tiempo pasará para abrir un nuevo telón?
Qué lindo, qué lindo. Me refiero a que I'm speaking in Spanish, sorry, but I was saying it's so true, and no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to say the truth, and the experiences here are hard and are hard for everyone. I'm super grateful to be here, but also I would love to be more transparent about those experiences. And
I
I
can
think,
translate it to English right now because it's very easy, I think, for me.
uh-huh,
But I will maybe just make it short.
uh-huh,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
In this life of choices, a life of a short term. No, I can't. A short term life. No, okay, again. In this life of choices, a short term life, everything have a cost. You don't use the brain, but you use your body. You destroy your body. Helen, she cannot walk properly from one of the legs. Cassie, she had a lot of pain in her shoulders. Barnrag is swallowing her knees. Other 4 women suffer of gastritis. My fingers are cracking.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, sorry. Cleaning the shed of other people is a job that doesn't need any language. For $24 per hour, you have your I don't know. I don't know how to say that in English.
Okay.
Trying to say this part. I don't know how to say that part.
Mhm. Well, it's
Anyway,
okay. It's okay, Luna. Thanks for share this amazing piece of your heart, of your spirit, of your experiences, and this part of your therapy too. I
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be part of the therapy of another people.
Mm.
I even like me, I really feel identified with your words, and I think you're an excellent writer.
Mm.
I like
Thank you.
your way to write. It's raw, uh, clear, and is it's a true. You're talking without a mask. You don't want to do rhythms or leave the words in a beautiful way. It's the thing that you feel. And thanks for sharing this space with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your words. Are very kind. Yeah, and that's because I think that pain is raw. So why you are going to give in beautiful words? I mean, you have to be true with yourself, with nobody else. That's it. That's writing. Be true with yourself. If it's in rhythm, good
Mhm.
for you. But if not, doesn't matter.
Mm. Yeah, I think this is the problem now. The people doesn't want to be clear with their expectations and with their feelings. And in specific migrants, we are here with any network, and we suffer alone. But we don't have to do it like this. We can share our experiences or try to manage our feelings. And, and one way, and do you have to do something? Are you busy?
No, no, no. It's okay.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know what.
Yeah, no, and
Uh,
one way to manage your emotions is writing, for example.
yes. Can I turn on the light because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
getting.
yeah, yeah. Yes, please.
Puedes poner pausar.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah, super, super. So let me ask you something. Which one is your best and your worst working experience in Australia?
Mm, okay. My maybe the worst experience I
Mhm,
had it was when I was in Corindi in a small town in New South Wales because it was when I just arrived to Australia. Actually, I started doing the farming job, and as I told you, the salary was very low. I didn't understand very much about like the piece rate stuff, so I just worked as fast as I could.
mhm,
But most of the people they were very, very, very fast. So at the end, in comparison to them, because the price was changing every day according to the speed of the whole group. So
mhm.
so I was earning like oh not much. Like I don't remember exactly, but it was like $10 per hour, something
Wow.
very bad. Yeah, so I think that was the worst probably.
And how many hours, sorry, did you work there?
Maybe 7 hours per day, maybe 7 hours per day.
Oh,
I don't remember,
okay.
but yeah, it was very bad salary, and that was the beginning of my trip here. So at the end, I had that expectation after, I had like on the like the first impression was bad already. And then I also gave Spanish lessons when
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah.
in that town. Also, no, in that town I gave like private Spanish lessons to two people.
Mm-hmm.
I really like teaching, so
Mm-hmm.
I even though I enjoy the teaching part, one one of my students, he he harassed me.
No, really?
Yes. So that was also a bad experience. And all of this happened in the same town that I had this farming job. So it was very
Do you
sad,
do
like
something?
first impression. Hmm?
What do you do by that time?
Well, he offered. I mean, he was harassing me like a little bit at the beginning, but because I think it's sometimes the harassment in Australia or in other countries happen to me that
Mhm,
it's more difficult to notice
mhm,
because they are very polite and very friendly,
mhm.
very easygoing and everything. But sometimes I feel that
Cross the
they
line?
are cross the line, yes, because they think that because I'm smiling to everyone, sometimes that they feel that I'm
Mm.
flirting or whatever.
They could take advantage.
Yeah, so this guy he offered me money for sex, and after that I quit the lessons. I quit the lessons. So yeah, that one I think. What else? I don't know. I think that that's it. That's the worst job probably. Also the job I have right now is
Mhm,
not the worst, but I won't say it's the best either. It's just that the atmosphere in the team is like everyone yelling at each other, and it's very negative competition. Yeah, so I won't say that it's a good atmosphere to work in. It's not, I think. They pressure too much to the people to unnecessarily.
mm. What about the best experience?
Uh, my best experience,
Maybe the best could be Escribe y Sana.
yeah, I mean, yeah, my best experience right now, yeah, because I'm
I can
giving
see.
also
Mhm,
lessons to a group of girls in Australia.
mhm,
Actually, they're from two from Melbourne, Sydney, and Melbourne for
mhm,
girls.
mhm,
And this one is very cool. So, and also like the rest of the people are from other countries in other part of the world.
mhm,
So, um, yeah, like this experience is good because right now that everyone in all the world they
mhm,
are having the COVID situation. So I feel like more people are interested about uh, dealing with their emotions or learning how to deal with their emotions. And I think like right now is I'm in the best timing to do this. And yeah, could be like a work in Australia in some way because um yeah, started since I'm here. Yeah.
mhm. Okay. And in these experiences in general, do you think the Australian society is prepared for migrant skilled migrant labor in skilled areas?
What do you mean?
If do you think Australian society is open for migrants who are qualified?
Ah.
So in the future, maybe we can, if the society is prepared or is open, maybe
Mm.
we can try to find our pathway to our dream work
Mm.
or careers.
Maybe in some cities it's more possible to do it. I think that here in Australia, because the cities are small in general, are smaller than in our countries. So I'm not sure about journalism, but in the subject I'm doing right now, I try to contact a few organizations here of Latin Americas that they have some kind of economical support from governments or like with themselves they do like collective money and stuff, and I try to contact them to do my workshops with their people for
Mhm,
free. I just wanted at the beginning I wanted for free, um, but at the end I realized that at least in Adelaide, they don't do so much about mental health
Mm,
or wellness in general. They invest more people, more money in party, in something more like about identity as Latin Americans, uh, or like about creating community, community support. And there's one project that is actually she's an Australian lady, but her parents are from Chile,
mhm,
so she create an organization, and they do projects about mental health. It's
mhm,
very interesting, but because also again because of the money they cannot do like all the time, for
mm,
example, or they are just running through volunteers. So I think she offered me to give lessons there, but here is very difficult to take a volunteer work,
mhm,
because that means that you won't work in your you won't get the money of that day in your job. So all the time you are all the time thinking, can I get 200 bucks for my job that I hate, or I do volunteer job but no money.
yeah.
so so in comparison, sometimes it's like this. It's their reality, and I think
Yeah.
that we I don't know. Like there was a girl in my one of my workshops that she signed up for one course, and then she said, I can because now I got a job at that time, so I won't be able to do your workshop. um I think that that's what happened. Like we put the priority is more about money,
Mhm,
because it's society that it's very easy to spend as much as you do. So yeah, I don't know here. I'm not sure if it's in mental health, at least I'm not sure if the government in general they invest so much money. But what I saw in Adelaide is that it's
mhm,
hard to get a job in that. If I do, they told me that I need to get training uh, uh, in psychologies and stuff, and that takes 5 years of my life and a lot of money also.
mm.
So I know.
Are you you are with a work and holiday visa?
Mm.
You still okay.
Yeah.
The last point. What are your wishes for the next migrants that arrives
Mm,
here and they come skilled like us with the university studies and experience in their areas? What are your wishes for them in the future?
okay, maybe what I'm trying to do right now is like just if you have a passion, just do your passion and try to do that. Even though that doesn't mean that you will have a lot of incomes right now, but later, maybe eventually. So I mean, like, don't expect, no, don't stay waiting until the best opportunity of your life show up.
Mm,
Sometimes you can create that best opportunity in your life. But you need to be connected with what you really want to do for you. So I think that you can create the own job opportunity, but it's not something that you will find it in Gumtree or in Seek. You can do it on your own, but maybe just be patient with the time. Also, there's no uh, any rush. I think that the society they teach us that we have to be rushing in everything, but I feel it's an unnecessary rush that we have in our minds. So I think that we have to be more patient with ourselves and with our dreams. Are going to happen, but maybe in few years, or I don't know. Yeah, and be more patient also with the jobs that we have right now. And when I'm telling you to you, I'm telling it to me.
Yeah.
be more patient with the jobs that we are unappreciated also, I think.
Yeah, yeah, so true. I'm always working that area. I mean, I'm super grateful, but as you, I'm always keen or willing to do something else. And I think it's a lot of people doing something else. Maybe just we are doing these little jobs for a while to make it possible our dreams. So maybe it's just this period, this transition period. But yeah, sometimes also we have to recognize if we are not happy. It's like this. I mean, we can fix it and we can be patient, but we have to be honest with ourselves.
Mm.
But
Yeah. I mean, if you are not happy with a job, just get other job. Because um yeah, you can change the reality as many times as you want. I think that that's a learning thing that you have through traveling, especially that you can change whatever that is happening in that moment. You can change it. So yeah, I would say that everyone we should trust more in our intuition. If we don't feel that this is the
mm,
right, just don't do it. If you feel that is the right thing for you, just do it. And what means that intuition? It means like the heart, just follow your heart and just just give it to the world.
I love it. I love it. Well, Luna, thank you so much for all your wisdom, for have this time with us, for share your experiences, and for these recommendations like follow your heart, be patient, and take a risk. In the end, don't wait. The opportunity just arrives because this never happened. Okay, Luna, I will say thank you again and good night. Go and well, it's late here. It's already night. It's
Yes, yes.
no sun. What about there in Adelaide?
Yeah, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. It's like almost 6.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, well, thank you so much for today and have a nice rest of the day. And
Yeah.
see you soon. I will publish this interview in our social media and I will tag you so you will have a notification about this interview, okay,
Yeah.
in your social media. And hey guys, check Escribe y Sana and check Luna's workshops that are truly unbelievable. I really want to do one, and in English is kind of write and
Want
heal.
to create one in English. So if you want to do a group, maybe we can do. I mean, I can get the contacts through your site. If any of you, the people who are watching, and you want to do start a healing process through writing, just text me, and I can do one in English because, yeah, I know I have the skills, so I just have to get the people that wants to do it.
Okay, thank you for this invitation and good night.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Chao.
Okay. Oye, Luna, para, ¿cómo lo paro aquí? Stop
Le
recording.
tienes que dar arriba, le tienes que parar, parar. Stop.